Welcome back. I'm so glad you've returned. In our first lesson, we began to understand where your beliefs about your worth were written. That imprint period, those early experiences, that brilliant young mind making meaning of a complicated world. You may have noticed some things stirring since then. Memories, feelings, quiet realizations. That is your unconscious mind beginning to do its work. That is a beautiful thing. Today we go deeper. This lesson is centered on release, on gently clearing the emotional weight of experiences that are no longer yours to carry. We're going to use a process inspired by timeline therapy, a powerful approach that allows us to work with root cause of an emotion rather than just its symptoms, so we can let it go at the source. You don't need to relive anything fully. You don't need to feel overwhelmed. We move through this gently, and you are always in control. Are you ready? Let's begin. In timeline therapy, we work with the idea that your memories are not stored randomly. They are organized like a line or a river, stretching from your past behind you through your present and out towards your future ahead of you. This is your timeline, and here's what's fascinating. The emotions we are experiencing today, anxiety, unworthiness, the sense of not being enough, they very rarely begin today. They have a root, a first event, often something small or something we've long forgotten, from which all the subsequent experiences of that feeling grew. When we work on a timeline, we don't need to re-experience each painful memory individually. We work with the root, and when the root shifts, the entire chain of experiences shifts with it. It is one of the most efficient and gentle approaches to emotional clearing that I know of. There is also something important I want to name before we begin. Many of beliefs and emotional patterns you are carrying, they don't even begin with you. They were passed down from a mother who was never told she was enough, from a father who showed love through criticism because that's how love was shown to him, from a culture, a school, a family system that had its own wounds. This is not about blame. It is about understanding that you have been carrying things that were never yours to begin with. And today we give them back, lovingly and completely. So find your comfortable position again. Allow your eyes to close. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. With each exhale, feel your body becoming heavier, more relaxed, more at ease. I would like you to bring to mind that feeling of not being enough. Not a specific memory, just the feeling itself, the familiar weight of it. Notice where it lives in your body. Just observe it without judgment, like a compassionate witness. Now I want you to imagine that you can float up, just gently, effortlessly, as if you're rising above your own life. And you find yourself looking down at your timeline. Your life spread out below you like a beautiful winding river. Your past behind you, your present beneath you, your future stretching out ahead. Allow yourself to float gently back along your timeline, not going in, just observing from above, moving back towards the very first time you ever felt this feeling of not being enough. Allow your unconscious mind to take you there. Trust whatever comes. You don't need to look directly at that memory. From up here, you can simply sense it below you, a time, place, a younger version of you. And from the same vantage point, floating above, observer, compassionate witness, I want you to recognize something. That younger version of you in that moment was doing the very best she could. She was surviving. She was adapting. She could not have known that the conclusion she was drawing, I am not enough, was a conclusion, not a truth. Now I want you to imagine that you can send something down to her from where you are float above. Send her the understanding you have now. Send her the compassion she deserved then. You might imagine it as warm golden light moving gently down towards her, surrounding her, holding her. And as that light reaches her, I want you to notice something beginning to shift. The emotional charge around that memory, that tight, heavy feeling, beginning to loosen, beginning to soften, because the belief that was formed, that was built on a misunderstanding, and now with new eyes, new understanding, new compassion, that misunderstanding can be released. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, imagine releasing that old emotional charge, letting it dissolve into the light. You don't need it anymore. It served the purpose once, and now it can go. And now, still floating above your timeline, I want you to look at all the memories that followed, all the times that feeling was reinforced, confirmed, layered on, and watch as the light moves through them too, not erasing what happened but clearing the emotional charge, freeing you from the weight of it. You are not your past. You are the one who lived through it, and you are still here. Now gently begin to float back to your present, back into your body, back into this moment, feeling lighter, clearer, a little freer than when you began. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, settle back into yourself. Take your time. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Take a moment, place a hand on your heart. You have just done something profound. Release is not always dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet, a subtle shift, a sense of something that used to feel heavy, feeling just a little lighter. And that is enough. That is real. And I have a journaling prompt for this lesson for you. What have I been carrying that was never mine to begin with? And what would it feel like to put it down? In our next lesson, we move into the most active and exciting part of this work, the rewire. We are going to use NLP to actively reshape the story you tell about yourself at the level of your unconscious mind. Because releasing the old is only half the work. Now we get to install something new. So I will see you there. I'm so proud of you.